Hello, hi, I am live on my page and I'm going to talk to you about compassion. I also wanted to share this to my profile, and there's no sharing buttons. I don't know how to do it. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to open this in another window and share it to my profile. And then I feel like I could probably totally focus and concentrate on all of you as I'm scrolling down the page and everything's loading really, really slowly. I'm going to share to profile. And hi, Judy. It's Judy that's here. Share on a page you manage. No, share on your timeline. Okay. Now, hello, hello, hello. I think that's done. I could quit out of this, and now I'm all yours. And we're here for one day at a time walkthrough. I love doing these. But the problem with these is it means another month has gone past. Oh my God, and I was just in Portugal and I did July on the beach. And here we are in August and I'm back in my room and I have the heating on. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. And I have beautiful sunflowers and I've got peonies in the room to brighten it all up. And so let's do the walkthrough for compassion first. August. You see, I come home from the beach and I can go to the beach in my mind. This month, I notice how much easier it is for me to be kind to myself. So if you've been doing the work of the diary, if you've been following the affirmations, then being kinder is something that you naturally grow into. It's really interesting to me that people aren't naturally kind to themselves. Hello to Austin, Texas. It's so great to see you. Hello, Louisa. Hello, everybody that's here. I had a client yesterday and I had to say to her, when you're nicer to yourself, you help yourself through your life. Can you relate to this? You know, you are you. You're born as you. You grow as you. You experience life as you. And, you know, you're going to die as you. So you have yourself the whole way through your life. And as much as you wish and try and, you know, oh, I want to wake up tomorrow and be somebody else, it's not going to happen. You're stuck with you. So you could hate it and hate who you are and get angry and nasty and vicious, or you can connect into compassion. You can realize that there are things you need to work on, and there's always going to be things. I'm working on stuff. There's always going to be something we need to work on. And that there's going to be things that you're happy about, and there's going to be things that you're not happy about. And if you connect into kindness, then at least there's one less enemy to deal with. And the enemy that you're dealing with, the biggest enemy, the worst enemy, is you. If you can take August this month to eliminate your biggest enemy from your life, what would that be like? Suddenly you have a friend instead of an enemy, and you're working with yourself to get through the stuff that's difficult for you. So every month in my diary, I'm just going to show you, we do an invocation to call on the energy of the theme of the month, which is compassion. So I'm going to read this out, and I'll take a picture of it later and post it up so you can read it again yourselves if you don't have a copy. And if you want a copy, you can go to my website. I'll post that up as well, because it's still available, even though it's August. Okay. Compassion. Compassion doesn't need to fix or change anything. Compassion and kindness are interlinked. When I am at peace, my heart is wide open and filled with love and compassion for myself and for others. I am becoming my own best friend. See, if you say that and you don't believe it, that's what you need to work on. I enjoy my life more as I continue on this path. I know that in order for me to be compassionate, I must slow down and be patient with myself and others. I probably wrote this one just for me, because it's very true for me. I give myself the space to do whatever it is that I need to do. Now, for me this month, it's really important that I take the space for that, because I have a lot to do. I'm writing another book. When I give my space to do the things I need to do, I can be more present in the moment. Compassion becomes a way of being. Okay, so compassion is a way of being. to bring yourself into compassion, to be your best friend, to see other people with compassionate eyes. So instead of engaging with the anger and engaging with the drama, to see the other person as there's a person who might be in trouble. There's a person who's having a difficult time. I step back, I give them space, I take the space and bring in the compassion. And automatically things change because you've changed the chemistry between you and that person. You've changed the energy. You've changed the environment. It's magical. So I'm scrolling through here. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Helena. Hello to everybody. Hi, Louisa. Hello. So just as I always like to do, answer questions while I'm live, Q&A, anything that's coming on for you, anything energetic with healing that I can help you with, do write a little thing here and maybe we can help. Maybe we'll do a bit of healing while I'm here. Every month in the diary, there's an exercise. Oops, can you see that? So we could try the exercise too, seeing as we've just, invoked compassion, asking for more compassion in the day, more compassion in your life, to open your heart and connect into that energy of love and compassion. Let's try the exercise. I imagine unhooking myself from all of the worries that I carry. Now, if I keep going and you don't actually imagine this, you're not going to be doing the exercise. We're just speaking the words of the exercise. So take a minute, put your feet on the ground and go, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to unhook myself from all of my worries? It doesn't solve the worries. It doesn't fix the situation. It doesn't change anything, but you know what it does change? It changes you. And if you're not caught in the pull and the drag and the fear and the need and all of those controlling type energies, you unhook yourself and bring yourself back, maybe it will clear something. I see things like a machine and cogs and wheels and moving, and if you pull yourself out of the system, sometimes it runs a lot more smoothly. And I know in our egos, we like to think that we help things and we push things, and by being there and being present, we're actually making things move, but we get in the way. And we really need to take a step back. So I'm going to say this again. I'm just going to scroll down and see who else is here. Okay. Hello, Amanda. Right. I imagine unhooking myself from all the worries that I carry, my worries and other people's worries. So how many of you here get caught up in other people's dramas, other people's worries, other people's situation, and then think about it and get consumed by it so much so that it becomes yours as well? Then you're blocking that too, right? So take a step back and go, okay, so try again. I imagine unhooking myself. I think we're really going to be able to do it now. From all the worries that I carry, my own and others. Great. That's better. Okay. As I start to relax, I see my energy growing bigger and bigger. So as your energy starts to grow bigger and bigger because it's coming back to you and away from the worries, clearing the worries, freeing up those worries and coming into you so you feel more present, more grounded, less anxious, because we get really, really small and we get anxious and panicky, and because all of our energy is out there with the worries. So bring it back here. As I breathe, I slow down. I visualize strong boundaries appearing around me. I grow and expand until I feel better. So this is about you coming back to your normal size, coming back to your actual biological energy field size, that your light shining brighter and you're fully present here and you feel much better. So breathe, unhook yourself and come back. I am confident in my personal space when I have more space to breathe. And this is about not taking enough space for you. So slowing down, becoming more compassionate to yourself, giving yourself that space. Are you doing this for you? Or are you doing it for the kids? You've spent the summertime now, you've taken them here, you're doing that with them. You need space for you as well. Okay, yes, I'm talking to me. I'm talking to myself. Amanda says she loves the diary, best Christmas present I ever got. Oh, I'm going to like this comment straight away. In fact, I love this comment? I will have to come back and love it later. 2019 is finished. There's going to be a 29, oh, you can't even see that, one day at a time. I'm going to say 2019 on it, and I don't even know what the cover looks like yet because it's almost finished being printed, and I'm going to see the first one in the next couple of weeks. So excited. And this time it's out much earlier, so I'm hoping, you know, it'll really hit the shops and get ready for Christmas. Be great, perfect Christmas present. So I'm still not seeing anybody's questions here, so do write me a question. I'm going to just go through a couple of the affirmations. So I open my heart. Oh, can you see that now? I open my heart to love and compassion. Now, if you're not feeling safe and you're not feeling grounded, you don't want to open your heart, okay? Because that just lets you suck in more anxiety. So when you unhook yourself from your worries, bring yourself into your body and breathe, expand the space that you're taking up, and feel those boundaries around you solidify. A really good way to do that is to imagine that you're on a field and you're building a wall out of stones around you, and it seals up and it gets solid and strong. And then if you need to, you can turn it into a wall. But know that when you build a wall like that, you're keeping people out as well. So make it so that people don't come in to your energy space, but you're available, you can see them and you can choose. What's really beautiful is having a gate. So if they want you, they come to the gate and ask permission. They're not in and out of you all the time. They ask permission, and you have awareness then that they're there and they want some of your time. And maybe it's their time that they want. It's your time, it's not your energy. So another affirmation here, and I love this one. I love this one. So can you see this? I do not need to fix or change anyone else. And can I tell you a secret, guys? You're not able to anyway. You're not able to fix or change anyone else. They have to want to fix or change themselves. And you cannot make them. You cannot, you know, and you can be telling somebody for years and years, you know, to do something, to change something, and they can go off and meet a stranger who makes a suggestion. They come back and they tell you, oh, I'm going to change my life because I met this stranger and they said this thing, and you can go, I've been saying this thing to you for years, because they can't hear you anymore, because, you know, it's too much from you. And it takes somebody brand new, but, you know, they're also not ready to hear it. And maybe when they meet that stranger, they're ready. So to give them the space, unhook your need to fix or change and really say, okay, here's one for you to think about. If that person is really pissing me off, really upsetting me, really, you know, I need them to be different, then pull back, unhook and say, okay, what is it about them that's triggering me? I get irritated and upset when, and finish the sentence, and then go, okay, so instead we come back to our compassion. We connect to compassion and say, I am compassionate towards myself, and I give me more space so that when I get upset because they do the thing that they do, I catch it in me, I stop and I breathe and I open and expand, and then they can do that thing that they do, and I can tolerate it more. And when they're ready, they'll change, and I can't change or fix them. I hope that helps. So Elaine is looking forward to the diary. Yay! And Amanda learned this over the years, so that's great. And Megan is here. Hi, Megan. How are you? I should be doing this with our coloring book. Megan is my daughter, and she did the mandalas for A to Z Spiritual Affirmations. And if I was to hop over and get the book, I'd probably fall over or make a mess because I'm in my office, so I'm not going to do that. But I'll leave a link to that one too. And the coloring book is a series of 26 healing sessions that you can color in and hold the energy of the vibration of the letter that we've chosen. So here's another one for me. I give myself the time I need to do the things I need to do. And I hope that's one for you as well. Because all of a sudden I came back from my trip to Portugal and had so many things to do. I'm going, whoa, I'm overwhelmed. So I unhook myself, bring myself back, open and breathe and say, okay, I'm going to make the time to do the things I need to do. And that means that I have to look at what are the things I have to do. I need to make a list. I need to make a plan. And that can be really hard if you just don't want to look, you know, it's just too much overwhelm. But you get overwhelmed when you're small. remembering. So going back to that exercise, getting big and breathing and opening and go, no, I will be compassionate to myself and I will make it easier for me to do the things I need to do. I mean, that's important, making it easier for yourself. Aoife says, I received a gift of the diary. I love it. The quotes are inspirational. I can't wait for 2019. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so excited to see the cover. I haven't seen the cover yet. So and I love the cover of this one. I'm just wondering, oh, can you see? It gets very bright. I'm just wondering, can they top it? And for those of you that have been following me with this diary and the funny weather we've been having, I'm trying so hard over so many months to get a picture of the diary with the cherry blossoms. It took me, I don't know, to end of May, June. It was a month late anyway. Michelle, I agree. We cannot change anyone. But what do we do? Yay, question. What do we do when people only contact us when they need something? Isn't that interesting question? What do we do when people... Now, this is the piece that I want to really address, Michelle, because you've put this in brackets. That seems to be most people in my life. So let's look at you, because it's not about the people, it's about you. What is it about you, okay, that people feel they can only contact you when they need something? So this is quite a big problem. This is quite a serious thing. So ask yourself, what is it in me? Am I putting myself out there to help? And it's not about what do you have to offer when you're not helping. It's about some part of you that's available to help all the time. Maybe you need to shut that down. So you say, I'm here as a person. I'm equal to you. I'll help you and you help me, but I'm not here to help you. I am not created to serve you. And maybe something will shift there. This could be quite complex depending on how you're carrying it in your energy field, depending on your limiting beliefs. Do you feel, and I would ask you this, Michelle, maybe next time you're out with people, do you feel like you have to help them? Do you feel if you go out, spend time, just listen, and that you haven't done what you're supposed to do if you just then come home and you haven't helped anyone, you haven't advised anyone, you haven't, does that feel weird to you? So maybe see, well, what would it be like if I change how I do that? And then maybe see what happens outside. There's the saying, as above, so below. And I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of work on alchemy over the summertime. And as above, so below is so interesting to me. And if you take the above, okay, so the above is how we interact with each other, what you see on the outside, living your life that you can see. And then below is how you're feeling and what you believe. So for you to make your below match your above, what people usually do, and the traditional way to work, is to work with the above. So change your habits, change, what's going on outside, but inside is still the same. And so you can't make those deep transformational changes. Whereas if you go, okay, coming right down into my below, into my subconscious, into, asking the unconscious part of me to stir up and bring something into my consciousness so that I can become aware, what is this? Do I feel like I have to fix everyone and now everybody only sees me as that? What if I feel that I don't have to fix anyone anymore? And then bring that from your below into your above. So what's going to change in how you speak? What's going to change in how you hold yourself? What's going to change in the people that you choose to engage with? Do you know what could be happening, Michelle, as I'm talking? I'm feeling maybe this was the way it always was for you. And maybe only now you're beginning to really see it. Because this could have been the way it always was. And so you're going, okay, I'm seeing it now and I don't like this. I have to change something. So it could be just the right time for you to fix or change something in how you're acting, how you're putting yourself out there, and what you believe deep down. Okay, so I hope that's helped. I hope that's helped. Amanda, the best word to learn how to say is no. And Michelle said, I've started to say no, but now friends do not contact me. Okay, so first of all, if you're afraid to say no, think about a time that somebody said no to you and it hurt. And realize that the reason why you're afraid to say no is because you're still carrying that hurt. So what you could do is say, okay, I can say no and not hurt someone. So work on how you say no. Work on how you say no. And that really helps that above part. But Michelle, if your friends do not contact me, maybe they're not your friends anymore. Okay, and as I was saying just now, you know, you're seeing it more, and these could be the wrong people to be in your tribe. And, you know, usually people that we've been around for a long time, if we grow and progress and change and they don't, you know, we overtake them, and we have to make space for new people to come in. So you could say no to being upset about this, and you could say yes to allowing new people in who don't treat you that way. So how about that for a yes and a no? You know, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So if we go back to, I give myself the time, I need to do the things I need to do. That means for me saying no to some things so that I can say yes to other things. So making the time to do the things I need to do, I have to say, no, I'm not going to meet you for coffee tomorrow because I have this new book I need to write and I need the whole day there so that I can just get into it and write. So I'm saying yes to the book and I'm saying no to coffee tomorrow, but I'm not saying no to coffee ever. So being clear on the no, what exactly it is you're saying no to. So you could say to your friend, I'm not able to help you with this, but let's meet up and maybe together we can come up with something that you can help yourself with. You know, so how do you say the no? How does the no come out? I can help you figure out your yes, but I'm not going to do it for you. That's my no. So I don't know, does that help? Yes, Amanda, are they really friends? Yes, it's always been this way. Michelle, if you want more, you can email me about this. But I think, you know, we've really got to the bones of this. To not say no flat out, no, I'm not going to help you, but to say, look, I'm not able to help you. And there's other fabulous ways of saying it, like, I wouldn't be able to give all of the energy to helping you that you deserve. So I'm certainly here for you to bounce ideas off of. I'm here to help you maybe figure out a path for you to do it, but I'm not able to do it. So work with that. So I have a yes, exactly. So I'm going to like this one, and hopefully we've gotten somewhere there, which is great. So here's another question from Sabunya. Hello, Sabunya, all the way in Africa. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having great sunny weather. Can't we maintain the old and also welcome the new? I'm going to take it that you mean friends here, with friends. So can we maintain the old friends and welcome the new friends? And the answer is yes, up to a point, up to a point. So let's look at me. When I was going to school, you know, and my friends, and then I started a spiritual path, and then I'm working with spirits, I'm working with angels, I'm working with shamanism, and it's becoming my life. And I bring all of this richness into my life now, and then I go and I meet my old friend who's not doing that. It could be very hard to find something that we have in common to talk about. So I choose not to talk about all of this, or we talk about things that we can both find, or maybe, you know, if me and my friend decide, right, we really want to maintain this relationship, we're having difficulty, to even be able to say that. Look, it's really difficult. All the things I'm interested in are not things that you're interested in, and, you know, vice versa. So let's create something that we have together that we're both interested in. And that could really work. But it's not a one-way ticket, a one-way communication. It has to come from both. And I think that if the effort is being made with you and your friend together to create things both of you enjoy now, then yes. But if it's always you all the time, not talking about things and, you know, trying to please the other person and trying to be the way you used to be, you get tired of that after a while. You're not able to do that so much anymore. And just the idea of doing that, sometimes the tolerance can be very low. So yes, coming back to compassion, you bring in compassion for yourself and you go, okay, what am I losing here? You know, so maybe you just meet that friend not as often as before. So it's really case by case, individual basis. You know, people are worth investing in. And if it comes to a point where you're investing everything and you're not getting anything back, then it's probably time to move on. I'd like to just look at a few more of these affirmations. She says, taking the book upside down. Oh, here's another one. Right next to the one I just showed you. I trust that everything's happening for a reason. And I have this beautiful idea that there's a pattern for everything. And if you don't understand why things are happening this way, it's because you cannot see the whole pattern. So just as I'm coming in close to you, you take a step back from the pattern and you go, okay, And then you take another step back and you still cannot see the whole pattern. Maybe you're just not going to be able to, for years, see the whole pattern. And you just have to let go the need to know. I don't need to know. I need to know how to be. I need to know what's my below. I need to know what's my above, and make sure that they are in alignment with each other so that I can live authentically. And going back to that question, if you're going to these people and all they're doing is gossiping about things and telling stories and going around in circles, then maybe that doesn't resonate with you anymore, and then it's time to move on. So, Michelle, work on changing. Working on changing is a life's work. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. And your best friend, if you could be your best friend and just look and see what's going on, you might find some new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing what's going on, so that you could just adjust little things that stick for longer. Okay, Kathy needs some guidance. Guidance about what? I need a little bit more information, Kathy. So could you just write a little bit more down there, and maybe I can give you some guidance. And in the meantime, I'll just look for another affirmation here. Okay, this one is important. No, not that one. I listen to my body and give it what it needs. I listen to my body and give it what it needs. You have to know the difference between what you think it needs and what it actually needs. And I'll give you a really good example of this. When you're tired, your body actually needs to sleep, but you think you need to keep going because it's the afternoon, you shouldn't be napping, you have all these things to do, but your body actually needs to rest. So when you give your body what it needs, it means going to bed early, putting down the social media and just listening to soft music and drifting off and having a nourishing sleep. I give my body what it needs. Maybe your body doesn't want to go to the gym today and wants to sleep instead. So compassion for your body not wanting to do what your brain wants it to do, and actually being with your body and listening to your body, is getting you on your own side. Being your own friend again and going, okay, my body does want to move, and you can feel that sluggishness around exercise and know that once you get going, it'll feel better. But, then there's different things that to listen to the subtle messages. So, Kathy, the transition I'm going through. Kathy, this sounds very heavy for me for this kind of a Facebook Live. You're going through a transition. If you want to share with all of us, again, I'm going to need a little bit more information. Otherwise, why don't you get in touch with me on my email? And I'll put the website up there. It's abby-wynne.com, and I've got a contact form that you can fill out there. And maybe there'll be a healing session that we can do together that might help. Okay, so, but if you do want to share with us, again, I'll still need a little bit more information. So here's one for the last day of August, which says, oops, can you see that? My true source of happiness comes from within me. So again, that's as above, so below. I am allowed to be happy. I make the space to do the things I want to do. And by living with those things, by actually doing those things, creating the space, allowing yourself, then the happiness comes in. So it's really about being compassionate to you, feeling into all the things that aren't working and just saying, okay, that's okay. It's just the way it is. Again, the pattern, I'm not seeing the whole pattern. So taking a step back, not fixing or changing, unhooking, coming in. And even if you don't have the diary, just listening to the idea of a theme for the month. You could do this without my diary. You can do it with the diary if you have one. But compassion for yourselves, unhooking from the problem, giving yourself that space to breathe, to slow down, and solidifying your boundaries. Working with your no. So how can I say no without hurting them? That's it. I'll sit down, have a cuppa and a pen and paper and just write down all the ways that you could do it. Or say, okay, what can I say yes to? Say yes to something, to me, making the time that I need to do all the things that I do. So there's loads of things there. There's loads of things in this, and I hope this has been useful. I'll just scroll down and see. Doesn't seem to be many other questions. So I'm going to come back later and have a look and see. And if there's anything else that anybody wants to ask, go ahead and ask. And if I'm able to get to it, I will, because I have to now make the time to write a book that I'm writing, which is not the diary. It's a brand new book. And I'll tell you all about that as things progress and grow. And it's just been beautiful to spend some time with you. We'll do it again soon. Okay, bye.